Okay, so I'm going to show you what I use to brighten up my under eyes. And I don't do this every day, just whenever I'm trying to go for a more dramatic makeup look. So the first thing that I'm going to apply is some Urban Decay eyeshadow primer, the original formula. And I actually got this tip from one of the ladies at Sephora because I was having a problem with my under eye makeup creasing, and this helps out with that. So I'm just going to apply a little bit, and I'm only going to do one eye so that you guys can see the difference between with makeup and without makeup. So just putting on a little bit of eyeshadow primer underneath the eye, gently applying that, and a little bit on the cheekbone as well, because I do take my highlighter up there. Okay, now I'm going to apply some Above and Beyond Full Coverage Concealer, and this is by NYX in the shade C3 Orange, and I don't know if that's going to focus. There we go. So I'm going to take my Equal Tools brush, and I'm going to dab it inside a little bit so that I get some on the bottom of my brush, and I can add more later if I need to. And then I'm going to dab that on my under eye. So hopefully you can see that that leaves me with some orange pigmentation. And if you look at one eye and the other, you can see that this is becoming a little bit brighter. So I'm going to put a little bit more in the corner under the eye, and I'm just dabbing that on. Okay, after I have applied the NYX concealer underneath my eye, I'm going to use the same tools that I used in my Get Ready With Me video to highlight some more. So I'm going to use the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer. I'm just going to put a few dots of that under my eye in a triangle fashion. And then I'm going to take some of my Hard Candy Glamouflage, and I'm going to put a little bit of that on my hand because I don't want to use too much of this. In the past I have used too much, and it has made it get a white cast and not look too attractive in photographs. So I'm going to take my Sephora Pro Airbrush Concealer, number 57, and I'm going to just dab a little bit of the Glamouflage in with the NARS, and then I'm going to go ahead and mix all of that together, trying to maintain that triangular shape. After I get it spread out, I like to go back in with my finger and just blend it out, make sure everything is blended nicely. And I'm going to put a little bit here because I tend to look a little dark in the corner of my eyes. Blend, blend, blend. Okay, so now I'm finished blending that in. I'm going to use my mixture of HD Set and Forget powder and Ben Nye Topaz, I believe. So I'm just taking a little bit of that on my brush, dust it off, and I'm just going to dab it in to set that concealer in. And I always like to make sure that it's blended around my eyebrows so I don't get a weird line there. So now that I have set that in, I'm finished. So now I'm going to take some pictures so that you can kind of see the difference between the eye that has the under eye concealer and the eye that does not have the under eye concealer. So as you might have been able to see from the pictures, I do have a little bit of difference here and along my cheek. So what I'm going to do, and to blend that out a little better, is I'm going to take some of my foundation on my foundation brush, and I'm just going to run this along that perimeter, just to kind of, just a little bit, to blend the highlighter and the foundation together, because I already have on my foundation. So I hope you found this helpful. If you'd like to see my finished makeup look, go over and check out my braid out video, because I will be finished with my hair and makeup in that video. Okay, so that was just a quick tip on how you can brighten up underneath your eyes when you're looking for a more makeup look. I hope that you enjoyed this, and please make sure you like my video if you did like it, and subscribe for more little makeup tidbits and hair tips as well. Thank you. Have a great day. Bye.